was after Owen Hart's death. He died in '99. And I was flown in to WCW, and they brought me in to talk about angles. And Bret Hart had set that up for me. And we had a meeting. I discussed some angles with them and what have you. I suggested that, some of the things they could do to make the show more popular. And had a great visit with Bobby Heenan, who was a terrific guy. May he rest in peace as well. And then we had a dinner at the end of that, and we went to a restaurant, and Hulk Hogan was there, and there was a big table. There was about 8 of us. Bret was there. I think Bret would recall this. And I remember sitting at the table, and Hulk Hogan, he was, he was an interesting guy, Hulk Hogan. I was around him numerous times, and not one of my favorite people. I just found him to be somewhat arrogant. And you could tell the vanity and the ego of him was certainly a big piece of his personality. I kind of wish I had got a chance to know him better, because I'd like to have been more, maybe have an opinion about him based on more of an experience. But I'll never recall, or I do recall the fact that he ordered a big steak, and we're all sitting at the table eating at this restaurant, which was closed off to the public. And at the end of the dinner, he just got up and walked out of the restaurant, and the waiter came over and with the bills for the table, and they said, "Mr. Hogan's bill's here," and he just got up and walked away and didn't even pay his bill. I don't know to this day if they pursued him and got him to pay the bill, but I thought that was rather arrogant on his part. And I just have to say, in all honesty, I never had a real good opinion about him. Even in the Saddle Dome, in my last show, he did something that I never really forgot and felt really bad about. Was that when we had the arena packed, there was 22,000 people in there, and it was in Calgary in the Saddle Dome, and it was during a time when there was a bunch of young showgirls there who were a part of the Stampede, which is a great big event here in Calgary. And they were waiting outside the dressing room, and they all asked if they could get Hulk Hogan's autograph, and they were waiting. He came out the door, and they were all standing there, these young girls, 16, 17-year-old with cowboy hats on, and they were, really sweet young girls. And he just snubbed them and walked right by them and wouldn't sign it. And, I was really disappointed by that. So I took their programs that they had, and I took them in the dressing room, and I asked all the guys to sign them. And there was the British Bulldogs, and everybody was there, and they all signed them. And I took them back out, and I give these programs that were all signed to these young girls. And I apologized about Hulk Hogan.